Well, hello. I've been working with triad pairs and just using like A minor and G, right? And then what I came up with, okay, now let's make a scale out of those two triads. So I've got to work with A, C, and E, right, which would give me my A minor triad, and then I got G, B, D, right? So now let's put them in actual order, starting from A. I want this to kind of be an A minor Dorian thing. And that also, seeing how it's A minor Dorian, that means we're really going to be in the key of G. Okay? So the G is really 1. But we're thinking more A minor, though. Okay, so we're going to have a scale that goes A, B, C, D, E, no F sharp, we're going to skip it. Do G and do A. Right? And it's not that we can't do F sharp, because if we do it, then we're just doing the A Dorian minor scale. But this is to create a new scale that's only consisting of those two triad pairs. Okay? So that's the idea behind that, right? Now what I want to do is kind of travel out a little further. And there's another triad that can live within that. There's actually two more. C, E, G lives in there, and E minor lives in there. So we do have an E, G, and B in there. What I decided was it'd be great to actually go through some of the other chords that relate to the key of G. So what if I went after the G, if I did A minor, down to G, down to F sharp minor 7 flat 5, okay, which if you need to know how to spell that, it's a 2nd fret on 6th string, 4th string, and 3rd string, and leave your index finger ready for the 1st fret on the 2nd string. And that's the C, which is the flat 5 of that chord. Okay. And it's also the chord that lives in the key of G. So that 7th chord is F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Now next, what I'd like to do is what we call secondary dominants. A dominant that's related to any chord within this scale, okay, or key. So I want to go next. Obviously, we're going down, right? Da, 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 da. So obviously, I'm heading towards E minor. So I'm going to go to E minor, but I'm going to go over to the B7, which is its secondary dominant, and then into the E minor. Okay? Now I can leave everything hunky-dory like that. Here's how it goes. Right? But now I want to get back to that A, the A minor, right? So what's its secondary dominant? E7. So why don't I change the flavor of my E minor into an E7? And then that easily, so you can see how secondary dominants really work great. So I'll go around it a couple more times, and then I'm going to add another new interest in for you too, and it'll be the sub 5 of 5. Which will create another interesting thing. So let's go through. So there's my A minor, there's my G, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, F 7th. And that F 7th is the sub 5 of the B 7. Okay, so I could use either or. So you can go down A minor, G, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, F7 into the E minor. And then I kind of like to do a B7 for a moment then. Then it's good to start venturing out. Maybe the A minor's up here, G there, F sharp to minor 7 flat 5 this way, into the E minor, into the E7 sharp 5, into A minor this way, G this way. Let's do it at full diminished. Cool little stuff, huh? So that's the use of triad pairs. And you can do this in any key, and you can use any triad pairs you feel like using. And then use only the notes of those two triads as your scale. And it'll give you all, because you can really cover all the bases. Of course, the F sharp, even on the F sharp minor 7 flat 5, that works fine. See, so it works on every single one of those chord things. So it's a great 6-tone scale. You can almost consider it's really just the minor pentatonic with the 9 or the 2 attached. So it's something like that. And of course, then eventually venture out and learn it all over the neck, right? Right? So that's A, B, C, D, E. Oh, I'm using F sharp. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I didn't expect that. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's where it is. See, I messed up. I'm sorry. Let me see. Try here. A, B, C, D, E, G, A, B, C, D. It's kind of nice here. So that's the idea, you know, you go and venture out and find all your ABCs, Ds, E's, and G's. And it's nice working in 3-note groups. You can get all kinds of cool stuff. So if I'm doing like D, E, G, right? So da da da, D, D, E, G, do 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 do. I might use it there, right? Would I use it here? Da, do, da. See, it won't go there. It'll go right on the G. So that's the thing. When you start using pairs, or if I do E, G, A, obviously the A minor, right? Do, do, do. There's my G. See, so you start learning which notes to combine with which chords. So it's a very good improvisation tool to, you know, put a limit to what you can use and then work it to death with what you could possibly come up with. That's the scoop. All right. Thanks for watching. If you like this, subscribe. If you want interested in more, then visit musiclessonsdelivered.com. Thanks.